I'd ask you to please remain standing. To begin our celebration this evening, Michelle Gagne, a 2025 graduate of our mental health program, will lead us in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Congratulations, class of 2026.
You may be seated. Wow. On behalf of the graduating class, the faculty, and the staff of Kennebec Valley Community College, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 56th commencement exercises. Today we celebrate 347 graduates, 201 earning associate degrees, and 146 earning academic certificates. Among them, 70 achieved honors distinction and 119 high honors. This class represents 2 countries, all 16 counties in the state of Maine, and 2 additional states. You range in age from 17 to 61. You come from 48 high schools, and nearly half of you are the first in your family to attend college. You embody the spirit of community colleges, bringing together diverse experiences, united by a shared commitment to learning. Your journeys are as unique as they are inspiring. Today marks both an ending and a beginning, whether you continue your education, enter a new career, or pursue personal goals. The foundation that you have built here will carry you forward. At a community college, education often happens alongside work, family, and many other responsibilities. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those who have supported you along the way. To our faculty and staff, thank you for your dedication and for the guidance and the many ways that you support our students every day. To your family and friends who have supported our graduates, your encouragement made this day possible. And as we gather together this evening, we recognize that tomorrow is Mother's Day. We honor the mothers and caregivers whose strength and support shape our lives. So if you are a mother or a mother figure, we'd ask you to please stand so that we can celebrate you. Happy Mother's Day. We recognize the veterans, active duty service members, and military families with us today. If you are serving, have served, or support someone who does, please stand and accept the gratitude of a thankful community. Thank you. In 2019, Catherine Engelhardt, Dean of Academic Affairs, embarked on a partnership with local career and technical centers. She envisioned providing high school students with the opportunity to earn a college credential while completing their high school education. It is my pleasure to recognize the high school students who have participated in this program and who now stand before us as graduates of Kennebec Valley Community College. I would ask the students, as I call your name, to please stand and remain standing. Landon Daigle. Landon resides in Clinton and is graduating from Lawrence High School, receiving a college certificate in general business. Landon hopes to start his own business and may return to KVCC to continue his education in the business program. Kylie Hines. Kylie resides in Oakland and has completed her homeschool education. Kylie has been dancing since the age of 3 and dreams of having her own dance studio. Kylie is receiving a college certificate in our general business program. Hayden Averill. Hayden resides in Benton and is graduating from Lawrence High School, receiving a college certificate in our health science program. Hayden will be attending Husson University in the fall in their nursing program and is interested in pursuing the field of pediatric nursing. Addison Brooks. Addison resides in Canaan and is graduating from Skowhegan Area High School, receiving a college certificate in our health science program. Addison will be entering the fall class in nursing at KVCC. Oliver Cray. Oliver resides in St. Albans and is graduating from Overman Academy, receiving a college certificate in our welding program. Oliver hopes to be employed at Pike's Industry in Sydney. Drake Dumont. Drake resides in Albion and is graduating from Lawrence High School, receiving a college certificate in our welding program. Drake will be attending the Northwest Lineman College in Florida this coming fall. And Ethan Mower. Ethan resides in Skowhegan and is graduating from Overman Academy, receiving a college certificate from our welding program. Ethan is hoping to secure employment and would like to also spend some time traveling. We have two additional, stay standing. We have two additional students who are unable to be here this evening. One is Peter Vignair. Peter resides in North Anson and is graduating from Kennebec High School, receiving a certificate from our welding program and hoping to secure employment in this area. And last is William Flood. William resides in Clinton and is graduating from Lawrence High School, also receiving a certificate in welding, and will continue work on his family farms. Please join me in congratulating the awesome work that these students have done. You may be seated. Bringing greetings now from the Maine Community College System, I am pleased to welcome President David Dagler.
Thank you. President Normandin, honored guests, full-time faculty, adjuncts, staff, parents, friends, and especially the graduates of the class of 2026. It is great to be here. It's my distinct honor to bring greetings and congratulations from all across the Maine Community College system. If I may pause briefly, I remember so many years ago when I was sitting in your seats. The evening before graduation, a faculty member asked me if I had learned anything in my college years. I dutifully answered, yes, I did. He replied, I hope some of what you learned was in my classroom. And I thought that was an odd response. But I thought about it for a moment, and it seemed to make sense. I realized that only some of what I had learned came from my classroom instruction. There was also a piece of what today we call immersive learning. I learned what it meant to engage in a community, to be part of something, to participate. I was one part of a larger body, living in the same area, sharing interests, having to reconcile our differences. I was part of a community. Now, like me, it was a community that brought you to this point, to this graduation. You have an entire community. People who believed in you, people who have encouraged you, people who have supported you. And as you can see, many of the people who believed in you, encouraged you, and supported you are here today to celebrate your success. Dozens more are here in heart and in spirit. They are the family and friends who gave their shoulder when you needed to cry, who gave you a hug when you needed some support, and who gave you tough love when you needed a kick, you know where. They are the faculty and the adjunct, full-time and part-time alike, who delivered the skills you need to succeed, but they did so much more. They too supported, encouraged, and believed in you. And the faculty were not alone. There are legions of staff, from admissions to financial aid, from registration to advising, who went all in to make sure that you made it to this stage. And our facilities teams constantly work to make sure that our classrooms are safe and ready for instruction. I am always amazed at how fully committed the people of Kennebec Valley Community College are to your success. A woman by the name of Maya Angelou. She was a champion of equity, and she once said, people will forget what it is you've said. They will even forget what it is you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. You've been part of a community that has made you feel like you could succeed. So now, in your bright future, I urge you to actively build new communities. Why? First and foremost, you're enriching your own life and making a difference for others. It's a spark that gets passed on. Paying it forward in the most valuable currencies. Investing your time and your talent to contribute to the greater good, lifting up others. So go forward, celebrate, and build new communities. I wish you well, and for today, I hope you just take some time to be proud of yourselves and know that we are very proud of you. Thank you.
I am pleased to welcome Trustee Ann Roosevelt, bringing greetings from the Maine Community College System.
Thank you, President Normandin. Good evening. On behalf of my colleagues on the Maine Community College System Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to be here today to extend congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. Commencements are a day of celebration. It is an opportunity for all of us here today to share with you and your families an accomplishment that is of great significance, an accomplishment that reaffirms the belief that Maine people are willing to work hard to achieve their dreams. The degree or certificate you will receive today is a symbol of your success, and your accomplishments are a testimony not only to your desire and intelligence, but also to the skills and support of the faculty and staff of this college. We all take great pride in knowing that we were able to contribute to your success. We ask you now to look forward with confidence and courage, to take your place in your community as a responsible citizen and generous neighbor. Use your education to not only earn a living and build a career, but to build a supportive community that will foster the strength and security of our beloved nation. You are graduates of a community college. Your communities eagerly await you. Again, on behalf of the trustees, I wish each of you the very best in your future. Thank you.
I am now pleased to welcome Nancy Fodder. Nancy is the chair of the KVCC Foundation Board of Trustees. Nancy?
Thank you, President Normandin. I'm truly honored to be here celebrating with you and your families. On behalf of the directors of the foundation, I want to congratulate each one of you on what you have accomplished to bring you here tonight. You have worked hard. You've persevered through many challenges, such as juggling jobs, taking care of families, and making ends meet. Your determination and grit have brought you to this moment, and we are all so very proud of you. I would like to ask each of you to consider a couple of things. First, be aware of who you are and what you have accomplished because of your time here at KVCC. I can personally attest that KVCC has a reputation in this community of producing strong graduates that local employees highly regard. Please keep this tradition going by representing KVCC well in your jobs and communities, which will enhance the KVCC reputation. Second, please stay connected with KVCC. In a few moments, you will become one of our distinguished alumni, and the future of KVCC will be positively impacted by your involvement. You can help us with the following activities. Stay in touch with your instructors and colleagues. Follow KVCC online, attend and support campus events such as our basketball games and other events. Share your story and encourage others to check out KVCC. Volunteer to help us with the annual gala and encourage your employers to attend the gala and donate items for our auction. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak with you. Congratulations and best wishes for your bright futures.
Thank you, Nancy. I'd like to invite Jessica Gleason, Chair of the KVCC Faculty Senate and a faculty member in the Physical Therapy Program, to offer greetings from the KVCC faculty.
Students, guests, families, welcome. On behalf of the faculty, I want to congratulate the students on their accomplishments and to acknowledge that the journey has not always been easy. You have overcome and sacrificed so much. When you started this journey, a small spark planted a seed of hope, a spark that whispered in a small voice that you may be able to achieve something greater than you ever imagined. A spark alone is not enough. No, a spark needs fuel, oxygen, and heat. Faculty members fueled your spark and nurtured it. Our staff provided the oxygen needed for your spark to grow, while the knowledge you gained and service for others provided the heat for the spark in you to become a self-sustaining chemical reaction. What started as a small spark, a seed of hope, has blossomed into achievement through your determination and the support and guidance of faculty and staff. That spark is now a bright, steady flame that you will carry with you into the world. A flame built from your resilience, your curiosity, and the countless hours faculty spent behind the scenes to provide academic excellence, strengthening teaching, learning, and scholarship. Today, that flame is your torch to guide others, to serve your communities, and to light your way across the bridge to a brighter future. Again, on behalf of the faculty, I want to congratulate the graduating class of 2026.
Thank you, Jessica. Please welcome to the podium C.J. McKenna, Dean of Student Affairs and Enrollment, to introduce our student speaker.
Each year, the Maine Community College system recognizes one student from each college named the Student of the Year, who also receives the John H. LaPointe Leadership Award. Jasmine Sanders, a resident of Augusta, Maine, has been named KVCC's 2026 Student of the Year and now has the honor to be the student keynote speaker. Please welcome Jasmine Sanders.
Thank you, CJ and President Normandin. Good evening, distinguished guests, friends, family, faculty, staff, and the graduating class of 2026. How incredible does it feel to hear that today? I have to admit that when I was asked to speak today, I questioned whether I was the right person to be standing here. Not because I don't care deeply about this community, but because I know how many extraordinary stories are sitting in this room. I know the resilience it took for so many of you to get here. But the more that I sat with it, the more I realized that maybe that feeling, that questioning of whether or not I belonged, is exactly the point. Because truthfully, it doesn't matter which one of us is standing here today. The story would be very similar. Each and every one of us has faced moments of doubt, moments of wondering if we were ready enough, strong enough, or capable enough to keep going. And yet, we made it. Not because we had everything figured out, but because we kept showing up for it. You should be incredibly proud of what it took to be sitting in this room today. This path was not easy. Life has a way of throwing obstacles at us just when everything we've worked for seems just within reach. And still, you kept going. You chose your future again and again. Some of the most important lessons that I learned at KVCC were outside the classroom. It was in those moments of struggle that I began to realize something. We're often led to believe that success belongs to those who have it all figured out, the ones who seem to never doubt themselves. Somewhere along the way, we began feeling like struggling meant failing, and that asking for help was a weakness. But this experience taught us something different. Success isn't about being the most intelligent person in the room. It's about being passionate and dedicated, about showing up and being vulnerable enough to ask for help. I used to think that doing everything alone was the safest way forward, but I've learned that that came more from fear than it did from strength. Real growth happens when we allow others in, when we remove that space for doubt and we make space for connection, support, and perspective. As Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That is what builds community, and that's what carried us here. Each of us had people who reminded us who we were when we forgot, and one day, you'll have the chance to be that person. And when you do, I hope you show up with intention, with empathy, and with encouragement. Those moments, the small ones that may seem insignificant at the time, are often the moments that carry with people for the longest. As we move into what's next, there will be times when you question whether you belong, when doubt creeps in, but that does not mean you aren't capable. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the only person that you're destined to become is the person that you decide to be. And remember, as Margaret Chase Smith reminds us, the right way is not always the popular and easy way. People often offer advice from the perspective of their own limitations, not your ability. You've already proven you have what it takes. So be present, believe you are worthy, and continue to show up with courage, with passion, and with belief in yourself. Lean on those beside you and invite them to walk forward with you. Because you didn't just reach this moment, you became the kind of person who will keep showing up for every moment that comes next. Congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see the impact we're gonna make.
Thank you, Jasmine. It is now my pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker, Craig Larrabee. Craig is the CEO of Generation Us, a recently launched national nonprofit dedicated to advancing proven co-designed solutions for system-wide change in education. He brings more than 3 decades of leadership in education and workforce development, both in Maine and across the country. As the former president and CEO of Jobs for Maine's Graduates, the state's largest education nonprofit, Craig championed student-centered, results-driven approaches that strengthen partnerships among schools, communities, and employers. Under his leadership, JMG grew from serving 1,500 students each year to more than 13,000 students statewide. Please join me in warmly welcoming Craig Larrabee.
Hello, everyone. I'm not going to be your traditional commencement speaker. I think you'll be okay with that here in just a second. First, I want to thank President Normandin, the faculty, staff, and the students for inviting me to be your commencement speaker. I come bearing gifts. That gift is I understand what makes a successful commencement speech, short and to the point. Are you okay with that? All right. I've been a huge fan of KVCC for so many years. As President Norman, I like to call her Karen. She is a friend, David. Maine is such a small state. We're all connected in different ways. I've been a fan of KVCC for many years. My wife used to work for Karen at KVCC. As president of the JMG program, the Jobs Maine's graduate program, for 20 years, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of kids go through our JMG program, come here to KVCC, not just attend KVCC, but thrive here at KVCC. I wanted to give a shout out to our two JMG rock stars, Jessica Rodriguez and Zahara Razo, for all the work they do in supporting these graduates. I stand here in front of you wearing this beautiful gown and this hat that barely fits my head, wondering how I got to this point. Because really, I'm just a farm kid from Knox, Maine. Anybody know where Knox, Maine is? All right. My story, and we all have a story, is when some unfortunate situations happened in my family. I ended up moving in with my grandparents in Knox on a dairy farm, 200 head of cattle, 20,000 chickens. And it was there that I learned work ethic and personal responsibility. Every single day I worked on that farm, during the summer, after school, before school, I used to complain about it every single day. And my grandfather used to get really mad about how much I complained about it. And it's just so ironic. 2 years ago, I went out and bought a farm. What I enjoyed, what I learned on that farm in terms of how to work with people, how to fix things, how to weld. I don't weld that well, but I know how to weld. All the different things that I was taught on that farm, and never letting go of my background, my story. And each of, again, like I said, we each have a story. There's a lot of themes in the speakers that have come up here tonight, and I'm very proud to say I think I'm carrying on that theme. It is okay to ask for help. I don't believe any one of you sitting here that are graduating here today didn't ask for help and support along the way, and that's being human. I also believe that all of you have to believe in yourself. To get to a point of graduating, you had to have that inner belief that you could do this. And lastly, I hope you all, and I believe you do, embrace your story. I truly believe that all the graduates here today have these three assets, or you wouldn't be here today. This next part is very, very important. You all been asking for help and support. We all do as adults, no matter what our age is. Continuing to build community takes all of us moving in the same direction. Graduates, the friends and family that are here today, the ones that you ask for help, the ones who believe in you and your story, graduates, will you please stand with me and give a rousing ovation to those supporters? Could please stand. Thank you. Graduates, I'm sure you're feeling a lot of emotions right now, and I bet one of them is pride, and rightfully so. You are graduating from one of the best educational institutions in our state. President Normandin, the faculty, the staff have all been there for you. They have been there when you needed help, when you needed for support. They have been believing in you and what you can accomplish, and they believe in your story no matter what that story is. They've also taught you the importance of giving back through community service and how important that is to be a successful citizen in our state. So here we are on May 9th, 2026, and again, I'm going to repeat it again. It's obvious to me that you know how to ask for help and ask for that support. You must believe in yourself, and you also believe in your story. And for those of us that have had some barriers in our story, that just makes the story that much more interesting. So now what? You've learned, you're leaving here with your head held high. You've thanked your supporters and you're beginning your professional journey. This is where things get really interesting, and this is where we need you. How do you become the one that others ask for help and support? How do you embed confidence in others and to get them to believe in themselves? And how do you lift up others' stories and message? Why do I ask these questions, graduates? because our community and our state need that skill. It's called leadership. I want you to leave here, please leave here remembering those three things: to be successful, asking for help and support, the belief in yourself, and the belief in your story. Be proud of your story. This is me asking for help. This is me asking for help from the people behind me as well, or beside me. We need your help. We need you, your confidence, your story, and your leadership. The state and community, the communities in our state and the state overall, we need your leadership to move this state forward, to be successful. Congratulations, and it has been a privilege to be your commencement speaker. Thank you.
So as Craig mentioned to you, Craig and I first met when Craig was overseeing Jobs for Maine's graduates and having some of his staff come to school and support the students who were coming through the program in high school and then coming on to KV. And so we got Craig an item that he can hang in his office, that he can remember his years back at JMG and the impact that he made in the lives of all those students. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Thought I got to sit down, huh? I was wrong. Please welcome Jennifer Casey. Jennifer is the Executive Director of the KVCC Foundation, who will recognize the recipient of our Alumni Achievement Award.
The awarding of the Alumni Achievement Award is a strong tradition at KVCC, recognizing a graduate who has distinguished themselves in a chosen career. It is an honor this year to present this recognition to Erica Palmer. Erica is a dedicated professional with a passion for early childhood education. Graduating from Kennebec Valley Community College with an associate's degree in early childhood education in 2010, Erica went on to earn her bachelor's degree and master's degree in early childhood education from the University of Maine at Farmington, to currently coordinating Educare Central Maine's Lab School and Learning Hub. Please join me in welcoming Erica Palmer, KVCC's Alumni Achievement recipient.
Good evening, everybody, and congratulations, graduates. As you just heard, my name is Erica Palmer, and growing up, all I ever wanted to be was a teacher. For my 4th Christmas, while my friends were asking for Barbie dolls and roller skates, I asked for a desk and a chalkboard. On the last day of 4th grade, my teacher handed out cards predicting what we'd become when we grew up. My card said teacher/rockstar. And while rockstar sounded fun, all I really wanted to be was a teacher. After high school, I began studying elementary education at the University of Maine at Farmington and was on my way to making those dreams a reality. But life has other plans. I chose to leave UMF after a few semesters and focused on starting a family. Once my 2 sons started to get older, I started to regret letting those dreams slip by. And on a whim one day, after I dropped my boys off at school, I pulled into the parking lot of KVCC. I found my way to King Hall, walked upstairs, and knocked on the door of Dr. Martha Neighbor. Martha was the early childhood program coordinator at the time. She asked me what my plans were attending KVCC, and since I really was completely unannounced, I was honest and said, I have no idea what my plans are here, but all I know is that I want to be a teacher. And while early childhood was never a part of that dream, it was at least a start. So as part of the early childhood program, I was expected to complete 3 field placements, and one of those, completely unbeknownst to me, might I add, was a required one in an infant toddler classroom. Babies. Not exactly what I had in mind. And if I'm being completely honest, I dreaded it. I thought it was a waste of my time. 90 hours that I thought I should be preparing to be a real teacher in a real classroom in a real school. But something unexpected happened during that required placement. I fell in love. I fell in love with the children. I fell in love with their families, with the relationships we built, and with the deeper purpose of what early care and education truly means. I graduated from KVCC in 2010. 2 weeks later, I was hired as a toddler teacher at Kennebec Valley Community Action Program. 2 months after that, Educare Maine opened its doors, and I have been there ever since. I did return to UMF. I completed my bachelor's and my master's degrees in early childhood education. And today I serve as the education manager at Educare Central Maine. We're an early childhood school right in Waterville that is part of a national network dedicated to supporting access to high-quality early learning that honors families, partners with communities, and provides lasting impact. I want to thank KVCC for everything they've done to help shape my journey. Because you see, growing up, all I wanted to be was a teacher, but because I went to KVCC, I became so much more. So thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Kathy Engelhardt, Vice President and Dean of Academic Affairs, will now present the Bernard King Award.
The Bernard A. King Award is presented in memory of Bernard King, who led this college with distinction from 1973 to 1984. His dedication, enthusiasm, and commitment were instrumental in the growth and development of Kennebec Valley Community College. It is therefore most fitting that this award is given to students who embody these same values, honoring academic excellence, dedication, and sincerity. This year, the 2026 Bernard A. King Associate Degree Award is presented to a graduate from the Biological Science program, Aaron Shute. This year, the 2026 Bernard A. King Certificate Award is presented to a graduate from the Line Worker program, Jack Fowler. Please welcome to the podium C.J. McKenna, Dean of Student Affairs and Enrollment, to present the Aaron Levine and Fred Whitney Awards.
The Aaron Levine Award is presented in memory of Aaron Levine, a dedicated Maine State Senator, and is awarded to a student who exemplifies commitment to service, citizenship, and leadership. Please join me in welcoming to the stage this year's 2026 Levine Award recipient, Dawn Gee of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. The Fred W. Whitney Award is presented in memory of Fred W. Whitney, the first director of Kennebec Valley Vocational Technical Institute. This award honors a student who has demonstrated scholastic achievement through personal sacrifice, perseverance, determination, all while overcoming significant personal obstacles during their time at Kennebec Valley Community College. We are proud to welcome to the stage the 2026 Fred Whitney Award recipient, graduating from the psychology program, Natasha Ramp. Please welcome Eric Brown, the Community and Civic Engagement Coordinator for Kennebec Valley Community College, to recognize the Barbara Woodley Civic Scholars.
Congratulations to the entire group of graduates and their families. At this time, I would like to recognize the graduates receiving the Barbara Woodley Civic Scholar Award. This recognition is awarded to graduating students who embody Dr. Woodley's commitment to improving our local community. Serving as president of KVCC for over 37 years, Dr. Woodley was passionate about her commitment to civic engagement and volunteerism. The students being recognized with this honor today have also shown a deep commitment to civic leadership, demonstrated through community-based service learning, volunteerism, activism, and political involvement in 44 local organizations. This year alone, graduates contributed nearly 3,000 hours of service, creating an estimated $99,000 impact on our local community. That is worth cheering about. Yeah. Thank you. Would the following graduates please stand and remain standing to be recognized? And I would like to ask the audience to please hold your applause until the list is complete. Sadie Abbott, Isaiah Alvarez, Michelle Bixby, Leah Carrier, Miranda Colfer, Dalton Curtis, Carolyn Devine, Colby Doon, Owen Doobie, Hannah Dubinsky, Jack Fowler, Alicia Fox, Jeffrey Gakos, Catherine Garceau, Dawn Gee, Peyton Gogan, Nathan Grenier, Naya Gunst, Lillian Harris, Gina Hartford, Ruthie Henderson, Sherry Ann Hills, Desiree Kelly, Joshua Knapp, Audrey Lilly, Nora McMahon, Jade McGinnis, Grace McNally, Celine Metz, Austin Mills, Kate Moeller, Drew Morris, Kelsey Mushrow, Caitlin Payne, Anthony Pickell, Georgia Poulin, Evan Powell, Alicia Prindle, Natalie Quimby, Victoria Redmond, Jasmine Sanders, Mia Seda Libby, Cody Shaw, Melissa Sheets, Lauren Smith, Doug Soholt, Caitlin Souza, Drake Tracy, Tree Jack Truong, Owen Upton, Kiara Veyu, Laura Weatherby, and Bridget Wooten. Please join me in congratulating our 2026 Barbara Woodley Civic Scholar Awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you to the students who participated in service learning or volunteerism within our community. At this time, I would like to welcome Dean McKenna, Dean Engelhardt, and President Daigle to assist with the presentation of degrees. Kathy?
To the members of the class of 2026, let me offer my congratulations at this moment of completion and accomplishment. The faculty and staff have guided you on this journey. It is our faculty and staff who engage in outstanding teaching, mentoring, and supporting students to help them achieve their goals. In recognition of this, would all the faculty and staff of KVCC please stand and be recognized by the graduates and their guests? President Normandin, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Kennebec Valley Community College, I present to you these candidates who have successfully fulfilled the requirements for their respective degrees and academic certificates.
The following students graduating the Associates of Applied Science in Accounting: Michelle Bixby, Madison Gillis, Odessa Lamoureux, Jade McGinnis, Courtney Medeiros, Mason Francis O'Brien, Eva St. Andrews, graduating from Emergency Medical Services, Associate of Applied Science, Jeff Dunn, Sr. Graduating with a certificate in Advanced EMT, Annie Twitchell Whittemore. The following students graduating from the Applied Electronics and Computer Technology, Associate of Applied Science, Nicholas Alves, Dwayne DJ Bates, Olivia Drakes, Graduating with a computer technology certificate, Sasha Hanscom. Graduating from Biological Sciences, Associate of Science, Paris Cretion. Aaron Shute. Jada Cummins. Graduating from the Business Administration Program, Associate of Applied Science, Cameron Blodgett. Emmy Addison Mackenzie Brusa. Shantea Cowett. Ty William Cowett. Heather Dozier. Autumn Duffy. Candace Jean Ferguson. Whitley Huzzy. Celine Lynn Metz. Karen Susanna Whittemore. Cadence Wintle. Graduating with General Business Certificate, Landon Patrick Daigle. Kylie Hines. Graduating with Career Studies, Precision Machining Technology, Associate of Applied Science, Josiah Smith. Graduating from the Career Studies, Associate of Applied Science, Mihaela Edith Underwood. The following students graduating from the Culinary Arts Program, Associate of Applied Science, Lily Ann Brockway. Jameson Cole. Hope Nevaeh Garland. Thank you. Brianna Nicole Gross. Gavin Hanscom. Jasmine Herrera. Susan LaPlante Doobie. Caden Quimby. The following students graduating from Early Childhood Education, Associate of Applied Science, Haley Allen. Leah Castillo. Marie Lee Cole. Michaela Demers. Olivia Fleming. Alicia Fox. Miriam Gassab. Maya Graff. Ariel Elizabeth Groton. Lillian May Harris. Aaron Hiscock. McKinley Rowan Holt. Cassie Jackson. Addie Lopes. Cheyenne Poulin. Megan E. Roy. Tiffany Marie Runlett. Lacey Sanborn. Kaylee Stamps. Sasha Lee Tracy. Lainey Marie Tritek. Julia Ann Witchenbach. The following students, Electrical Line Worker Technology Certificate, Isaiah Anthony Alvarez. Colby Alexander Michael Dune. Owen Doobie. Jack Fowler. Nathan Grenier. Gabe Jacobs. Joshua Norman Knapp. Braden Littlefield. Keegan McGee. Colin J. McDougall. Austin Mills. Drew Morris. Aiden M. Parody. Anthony R. Piquel. Caleb A. Poitras. Cody Shaw. Charles Stelly. Keegan Taylor. Drake Tracy. Owen Upton. Gavin Wilson. The following students graduating from the Electrical Technology Associate of Applied Science: Nathan Allen. Hattie Bouchard. Alexander Bussey. Shay Searway. Logan Foss. Micah Green. Ethan Hammond. Brad King. Anthony Noftel. Gabriel Willett. Tucker Pluff. Cameron Stewart. Matthew S. Trombley. Josiah Wyman Jr. Luke White. The following students graduating from Electrical Technology Certificate Program: Dominic Patrick Brinton McClellan Brunel. Emily Carter. Nicholas Godek. Hope Cohan. Wouter Van Beek. The following students graduating from General Studies Associates of Arts: Dalton James Curtis. Meadow Lynn Sear. Yava Gilmore. The following students graduating from the Health Information Management Program, Associates of Applied Science: Carolyn Jean Cunningham. Heidi Hartsgrove. Faith Rude. Harold H. Zapata, Jr. The following students, Health Science Certificate, Batul Al-Harani. Naraman Asala. Hayden Averill. Addison Eileen Brooks. Amy Kate Elizabeth Brown. Destiny Burwood. Aubrey Cintron. Thank you. Brianna Clark. Heather Harriman. Emily Brooke Jackson. Alexis L. Mishu. Cheyenne Miller. Melissa Jo Sheets. Catherine W. Stevens. Regina Valachi. The following students graduating from Liberal Studies, Associates of Arts: Fatima Al-Brahi. Samantha Ann Allen. Emma Barry Spalding. Natalie Annette Quimby. Graduating from the Medical Assisting Certificate Program, the following students: Elizabeth Cothran. Connor Aaron Edwards. Alexis M. Grant. Lillian Levesque. Summer E. Lindblom. Sky Marie Sadler. The following students graduating from Mental Health, Associates of Applied Science: Catherine Garceau. Sherry Ann Hills. Audrey Lilly. Alicia Prindle. Laura Weatherby. The following students graduating from the Mental Health Certificate Program: Brooke Collins. Amanda Sear. No, it's all. Mental Health Associates of Applied Science, Gian Dorothy Levine. Emily Mae Townsend. The following students graduating from the nursing program: Associate of Science, Amber J. Bean. Ella Bernier. Hannah Jaden May Bradley. Lisa Bucher. Ashley Aaron Cates. Miranda M. Colfer. Leah Beth Cromit. Molly Ann Delgallo. Aaron Campbell Dakota. Shaylee Fisher. Peyton Alexis Gogan. Naya Lorraine Gunst. Charlotte Hands. Lucille Rose Heath. Ruthie Henderson. Desiree Kelly. Nora McMahon, RN. Emma Lee Marble. Hannah McBriarty Fry. Katrina Jo McIntosh. Grace Ann Marie McNally. Kate Elizabeth Moeller. Kelsey Faye Merchereau. Georgia Paige Poulin, RN. Allie Quimby. Kayla D. Reagan. Jasmine Mariah Sanders. Caitlin Souza. Nina Spencer. Tree Trong. Kira Vayu, RN. Audrey Lynn Vogt. The following students graduating from the Physical Therapist Assistant Program, Associate of Applied Science: Sadie Abbott. Leah M. Carrier. Carolyn Devine. Hannah Dubinsky. Jeffrey Gakos. Dawn Gee. Caitlin Jean Payne. Wesley Powell. Victoria Redmond. Lauren Smith. Douglas Soholt. Bridget Abilene Wooten. The following students graduating from the Plumbing and Heating Technology, Associate of Applied Science: Anthony Ethan Allen Doobie. Cooper LeClaire. Frank Patton. Following students graduating from Heating Technology Certificate: Caleb Foster. Marcus L. Mercier. The following students graduating from Precision Machining Technology Certificate Program: Eric James Nicholas Lamini. Dylan H. Stratton. Lucas L. Whitman. Following students graduating from Psychology, Associate of Science: Richard Blaze. Natalia Ledienta. Danny McInnes. Miranda O'Connor. Natasha M. Ramp. Rahel Talavera Moliner. Following students graduating from the Radiologic Technology Associate of Science: Jenna Abigail Bard. Tegan L. Daly. Andrea Gurney. Kenneth J. Hagan. Lily Ann Harvey. Desiree L. Marston. Emily Marie Mello. Devin S. Milliken. Kayla Paige Moore. Olivia Ella Perot. Mariah Ratcliffe. Shelby Smith. Ashley Bianca Stewart. Melanie Thomas Weingartner. Following students graduating from Respiratory Therapy, Associate of Science: Zeke Forrest Dufresne. Kelly Jean Gallant. Isaiah Paul Gentle. Amanda Renee Halsey. Tasha Ludwig Chamberlain. Emily Jordan Malone. Jessica Lynn Sally. Lauren E. Trafton. Emily Irene Varnum. Kaylee Marie Wing. Following students graduating from the Welding Certificate Program: Desiree Bentoncourt. Joshua Briggs. Oliver G. Cray. Logan Douglas. Keegan James Dumont. Drake Dumont. Sorry. Maxwell Field. Gina Hartford. Landon M. Morrison. Ethan Maurer. Ian Smith. Noah Victor Spalding. Braden M. Wheeler. Gage Young.
Graduates, before we close this ceremony, I would like to leave you with one final thought. Tonight, we celebrate your accomplishments, but we also celebrate the journey that brought you here. There were likely moments when continuing felt difficult, and yet you kept going, one class, one assignment, one semester at a time. What I hope you remember as you leave tonight is that your degree or certificate is proof that you can do the hard things. You can adapt, solve problems, ask for help, and keep moving forward even when the path is not clear. And when you face your next challenge, because there will always be another challenge in life, remember this moment. Remember that you have already done something difficult and succeeded, and you can do it again. Graduates, we are proud of you. Thank you for letting us be part of your journey. Congratulations.
All right, so the presentation of degrees is a cherished tradition that honors the dedication, perseverance, and achievement of our students. Today, we celebrate the unique path each graduate has taken to that milestone. Graduates, this is your moment to shine, to be recognized as a scholar and as a college graduate, and as an individual possessing the skills and determination to grow and to thrive and to go out into your communities and make a difference. It is an immense privilege to confer your well-earned degrees. Would you please stand? The faculty have recorded that you have completed the prescribed curriculum in your chosen field of study. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Maine Community College System, I confer upon you the academic credential which you have earned, the Associate in Arts degree, the Associate in Science degree, the Associate in Applied Science degree, and the academic certificate, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Today, you began this day wearing your cap and gown with your tassel resting to the right side of your cap, a symbol of everything that you have worked toward and the journey that brought you here. Now, as a reflection of all that you have achieved and the degree that you have earned, it is my honor to invite you to move those tassels from the right side to the left. Friends, family, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests, please join me in celebrating and congratulating the remarkable graduates of the class of 2026. Nice job.